We now embark on a 24-kilometer, 15-mile stretch on the Niagara River Parkway from Niagara-On-The-Lake to Niagara Falls. The total length of the Niagara River Parkway is 55 kilometers, including the 2.75-kilometer stretch in Niagara Falls that became River Road in 1977. There are 53 service roads along the Niagara River Parkway, and the house numbers start at 769 in Fort Erie and end at 16130 in Niagara-on-the-Lake. Service roads 31 through 49 are skipped because the city of Niagara Falls has its own connecting streets. In 1943, Sir Winston Churchill described the Niagara River Parkway as the prettiest Sunday afternoon drive in the world. Tourism in the region spiked in the 1950s, and by 1960, local transit was created. In 2023, St. Catharines, Niagara Falls, Welland and Thorold transit systems amalgamated into one system now known as Niagara Region Transit, which also owns WEGO's 5000 series Nova Bus LFXs. Checking my speed tracker plus on my iPhone. It shows we're at 48.6 kilometers per hour, where the posted speed limit is 50 kilometers per hour in most of the Niagara River Parkway and 60 kilometers per hour along the Queenston-Niagara-on-the-Lake section.
Yeah, there's a rock monument.
The Laura Secord homestead, where the person it was named after, is to your left. Southbound drivers turn left on Partition Street, while northbound drivers turn right onto Partition Street off the Niagara River Parkway. In the next segment, we're going uphill past York Street in Queenston and York Road elsewhere in Niagara region, which is Niagara Road 81. There's a recreational trail that gives you the edge to stretch your legs while climbing up to Brock's Monument. The trail crossing is just ahead, so if you're driving, watch for pedestrians with or without hiking gear. The scenic lookouts to your left were the black Honda Civics turning. You'll see the Niagara Scenic Parkway in New York State as well as the Niagara River. We're coming up to a roundabout which was built on December 4, 2006 to replace a ramp connecting Highway 405, General Brock Parkway, with the Niagara River Parkway. To your right is Brock's Monument, which is named after the general who died in battle in 1812. At the loop is a WEGO bus. I can't see the vehicle number, but it's a 2012 Nova Bus LFX40, which is 12 meters long. The WEGO buses have specific vehicle number series based on the joint operators. The 5000 series buses are operated by Niagara Region Transit and Assigneto, the 601 red, 602 blue, and 605 red express lines. The 9000 series buses are operated by the Niagara Parks Commission, replacing the Orion 4 people movers that operated along the parkway from 1985 to 2012, as they were restricted to April to October because they aren't heated. Much like the 5000s, the 9000s don't have a fare box, so only passes are allowed. You have to tap them onto a reader for the driver to accept them. They only operate on 603 green and 604 orange lines. The latter runs from April to October.
Oh, look at the traffic going across the bridge.
Speaking of bus types, 5301 to 5305, 9010 and 9011 are 40-foot, 12.2 meter LFXs that run on the 601 red, 602 blue, and 604 orange lines. 5201 to 5211 and 9001 to 9009 are 62-foot, 18.9 meter LFXs and run on any line except the 604 orange line, where some of its stops are on narrow streets where articulated buses won't fit. We go under the Queenston-Lewiston Bridge, which was opened in 1962, connecting the United States and Canada. It's one of two bridges where commercial vehicles can cross, and the largest bridge along the Niagara Gorge. We commence our photo break to take a look at the Floral clock, which marks the boundary between Niagara-on-the-Lake and Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada. We've covered 13 kilometers of the trip and have another 11 kilometers to go, so we're halfway there. Now we enter the city of Niagara Falls in Ontario, Canada, by passing through the Sir Adam Beck Power Generating Station, which connects power from here to Niagara County in the States to the left. The Niagara Falls portion of the Niagara River Parkway was featured in the Michael Moore-directed film Canadian Bacon, about 3 U.S. officers crossing the border into Canada only to have one get arrested and sent to a hospital. To your left is the Niagara River Recreation Trail, which continues along the bank of the Niagara River. We're approaching the Butterfly Conservatory to your right. The interior portion of the conservatory is open year-round, while the exterior portion is closed November to March. That exterior portion is known as the Botanical Gardens, where flowers are in bloom during the growing season. To your left is the Niagara Glen Nature Reserve. That's where Bud Boomer got stopped by a fictional OPP officer for forgetting to have a French-language banner on his truck. To your right is the continuation of the Niagara Parks Recreation Trail. Also to your right is the Whirlpool Golf Course, where golf is a good sport in Niagara region. To your left is the WildPlay Niagara Whirlpool Adventure Course, is where people like to go for fun. If you look to your right, you'll see the Whirlpool Golf Course. Opened in 1951, it was the final golf course Stanley Thompson designed before he died in 1953 at the age of 59. To his credit, he created 144 Canadian golf courses out of a total of 178 in a 40-year career. On your left is the Whirlpool River Park, which houses a beach. Whirlpool Road takes you to a trail which features a former rail bridge owned by Michigan Central Railway until it was abandoned in 2001.
I'm not sure if that's one to go to or not. Cable car.
To your right is the Niagara Helicopter Pad, which offers aerial tours of Niagara parks. To your right is the Great Wolf Lodge Water Park Resort in Niagara Falls. Opened in 2006, it's the 7th lodge in North America and the first Canadian lodge water park and hotel resort. To your left is the Whirlpool Aero Car cable car that takes you over the Niagara River. I'll explain the journey in a later video.
So all I have to do is
We
find
now
out
enter
what
River
line
Road,
this is
which
on.
consists of 5 hotels, 6 inns, 9 bed and breakfasts and 5 other accommodations for a total of 25 places to stay. On May 30, 1977, the city of Niagara Falls assumed River Road between Glenview Avenue and Hiram St. for a distance of 2.8 kilometers. This section is still designated part of the parkway even though it's no longer under the jurisdiction of the Niagara Parks Commission. We come up to Maple Leaf Place on the right. This 20,000 square foot, 1,858 square meter attraction hosts a maple syrup tasting festival, a souvenir gift shop, a restaurant, and more. The Crystal Inn needs to update its sign. It's open as of the date I recorded this video.
Green line north.
To your left is the White Water Walk, or the Triple W for most millennials. I'll explain it in a future video, but for now we go under the Whirlpool Bridge. The Whirlpool Bridge is a double-deck bridge with a clearance of 12 feet 10 inches, 3.9 meters. Big rigs and pedestrians can't cross the bridge on the lower deck, but cars can, which is a roadway. The upper deck is a railway where the Maple Leaf train, jointly operated by Via Rail and Amtrak, crosses the Niagara River between US and Canada. If you turn right onto Bridge Street, you'll see the train station where the Maple Leaf train connects with GO Transit. There's also a Queen Street in downtown Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada.
Spend some time down at the desk to figure it out.
Here I spot a cyclist going the wrong way on River Road. Hopefully, there won't be a head-on crash with anyone. The Rainbow Bridge is the second bridge to forbid commercial trucks. It's linked to New York 104 and New York 384 in New York State and Niagara Region Road 420 in Ontario, Canada. The Rainbow Bridge was built and opened in 1941 to replace the Honeymoon Bridge, which collapsed on January 27, 1938 due to a big ice jam in the river caused by high winds. Here's what's left of the Honeymoon Bridge after the collapse of 1938. It's now an observation tower overlooking the Canadian side of the falls. That concludes our video of the tour on the Niagara River Parkway. Hope you enjoyed it. Producer and narrator TTC 4300. Date recorded June 4, 2023. Date introduction pictures taken February 15, 2009. Final 2 pictures taken June 6, 2023. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and or leave a comment below. Please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon for more upcoming videos.